Hi, everybody. It's Region Weather Meteorologist Matt Wintz. It's Wednesday evening here. It's time for our Region Weather Live that will take us through our 4th of July holiday. I still can't believe it's here already, but it is. End of June here as we wrap up next 2 days. And it feels like the end of June. We had temperatures well up into the 80s today. We'll likely get into the 90s tomorrow. And then we've got more heat for your 4th of July weekend. Big question is, are we going to have some rain with it? What about this rain that's expected to move in tomorrow with a cold front? Is it a slam dunk, kind of water the lawn kind of thing, or are we going to go dry again? We'll cover all that in this Wednesday evening edition of Region Weather Live. Okay, all right. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope your summer's going well. We're in the thick of things now. A lot of people on vacation, everyone on the run. I know there's plans almost every day of the week, a lot of kids in day camps and stuff like that. So a lot of things going on. So I want to make this short and sweet. We'll get right to the forecast here and talk about our 4th of July weekend. Hi, Deshaun. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you, Mark. Hope everything's going well, buddy. Hi, Jan. Thanks for coming in here this evening. Again, it's my honor to bring you the forecast every single week. I really appreciate you guys getting together with me to chat forecast. So let's get into it. I want to thank our sponsors, Tiger Plumbing out of the Highland area, Northwest Indiana. They've been serving us for over 40 years. Their tip of the week is those flushable wipes. You think they're flushable because they say flushable on it. Not the case. They can cause more damage than not as you flush down things that aren't supposed to go down the toilet, including flushable wipes. They say don't do any of that. The only thing that should be going down the toilet is, well, if you have any problems plumbing-wise, reach out to Tiger Plumbing. It's tigerplumbing.net. Again, family-owned business from Northwest Indiana. Our other sponsor of the show, Grieger's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They've been serving Valparaiso, Northwest Indiana for over 60 years. They sell an all-American line of cars, including Jeeps. If you're perhaps due for a new Jeep, or maybe you want to trade in your old one and get a new one, that is certainly the place to go. Make sure you say hi to the folks at Grieger's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Valparaiso. All right, so let's talk rain chances next couple days. We do have the heat moving in as well, so I also want to highlight that. So first thing we're going to do, I actually want to talk heat first in terms of temperatures as we go throughout your weekend. I know we've got fireworks plans. Some places doing them Saturday night, a couple places doing them Sunday night, and then even more doing them on Monday night, which, doesn't bode well. I know it always is nice when it falls on a weekend. But if any of those nights are your town or your community's firework nights, let's get you your forecast, shall we? So we've got heat building in tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the hottest day as it looks here over the next 7. We'll show you temperatures here on the Euro. I think these are pretty accurate. Look at the widespread 90s tomorrow. We'll probably hit anywhere between 92 and 94 for most of us here in the region, all the way up towards the lakeshore. So our lakeshore communities are going to be hot tomorrow as well. Humidity is not going to be too bad. It's crept up over the last 8 hours. We started today dry, and then the humidity is starting to come up. Again, it's nothing incredibly tropical. It's just a little bit humid outside. And with the heat tomorrow, it's going to feel that way as well. Keep in mind tomorrow, we do have air quality alerts out for all of Northwest Indiana. The quality of the air is not going to be good. That happens when we get hot and when the air is kind of stagnant, at least at all levels. We're going to have a nice breeze tomorrow, so that'll help, but still it's going to be blowing around air that's just not very good to breathe. So, if you're an asthma sufferer or, if you're sensitive to things like that, best to keep it indoors tomorrow. Limit your outdoor exercise, stuff like that, as you go throughout your plans tomorrow. Not a good outdoor air quality day tomorrow. All right. It's also the other thing, I was talking with the weather service, reading about, some of the stuff in the weather service chats about, they're saying it's a good risk of brush fires tomorrow as well, which I totally agree. Our relative humidity is going to be pretty low. So, if perhaps you're thinking about getting the burn barrel out and, burning some sticks or some stuff that's around your yard to clean up, don't do that tomorrow because it's going to be very dry relative humidity wise as well. All right. So temperatures tomorrow, hot. We're into the 90s Friday. The good news is we're going to get a little bit cooler because we're going to have a frontal boundary that comes through on Friday, and that's our chance of rain. So we'll talk about chance of rain in a second, but notice how the heat gets kind of squashed down towards Indianapolis. So we're likely going to be in the 80s on Friday around here. Saturday is going to be really the nice day as that cold front settles down to the south. Temperatures should rebound well into the 80s on Saturday, but it's going to be drier. We're going to have a little bit less humidity as well. Shouldn't be a bad day. And then Sunday, we see the heat kind of building back. I think right around 90, maybe 91, 92. As we get into your Sunday afternoon, should be a pretty hot day. And then for 4th of July itself, the Euro hinting that we'll have a wind that turns off the lake. So that would turn temperatures in the lakeshore from the 80s into the 70s later in the day. And then we'll stay 90s Newton, Jasper, Stark County on 4th of July. We'll see if that frontal boundary takes place and if it actually brings that cold air in across the lake. But on Monday, 4th of July, I think we have a chance of rain. I'm not seeing it anywhere in the forecast, but I think we could have some late day thunderstorms around here. Again, that's not a guarantee, but it does look like we're going to have some kind of frontal boundary or complex of storms somewhere in the Midwest, and we could certainly get clipped by that. That would be later in the day on Monday. All right, Saturday's dry, Sunday's dry, Friday's the chance of rain that we have. So that's it. So we've got kind of a sandwich here as we get into the weekend. And then beyond that, you notice how we kind of cool down briefly behind that front on Tuesday with temps, 70s near 80, but then that heat returns next week. Wednesday, we're recovering back into the 80s. Thursday, we're back up well into the 80s. And you notice what you see on here by Friday. You kind of saw it there on Thursday. There's some areas that are cooler. Notice down towards the south, we've got 70s to near 80 for highs, 80s off towards the north with 90s in between. That's because we're going to have a lot of rain chances across the eastern half of the country. Does it land on northwest Indiana? Not a guarantee, but at least we're bringing rain back into the forecast. We don't have any of these Arctic high pressures that come in with the dry air, not the Arctic cold, but it brings the dry air this time of year. All right, so let's talk rain. Here are our chances. I mentioned Friday, and then I think on Monday as well. Next week, we'll have rain chances that are scattered too. But this is all going to be on the leading edge of a ridge of heat. They'll likely have 100-degree temperatures in the plains, which is common this time of year. Around that heat, you get the thunderstorms that blow up, and they kind of ride wherever that transition line is. That's the pattern that we're going to get into, especially next week, especially Monday and beyond next week. And that's the reason for those hodgepodge temperatures. But in terms of the rain this coming up on Friday, that's going to come from a frontal boundary. So we've got a front way off towards the north. We're dry tomorrow, hot. Remember that. Friday, here comes our chance of rain. You notice how the Euro's not too impressed with it. This is Friday afternoon. We'll have some showers and storms likely developing off towards our northwest. Those will move through. The Euro fades them as they move in. Boy, isn't that common. We've had that the last couple frontal boundaries, and then that front's out of here and everything's down towards our south. If you remember, if you joined us on our last Region Weather Live on Sunday night, we were talking about how the rain was going to be around. We didn't know if that boundary was going to get through and stall or be further north. It does look like it stalls down towards our south, so that does keep us dry Saturday and Sunday. You notice the storms that'll be popping up on radar downstate. So just south of Indianapolis down towards Evansville, they'll likely have rain both Saturday night and Sunday. But we should stay dry, which is great for fireworks or 4th of July picnics, whatever you've got going on. Here's the Monday chance that I'm seeing. So here you go. On Monday, we're going to have the boundary that's down to the south will be kind of coming back towards the north as a warm front again. And you notice this activity off towards the west. This is Monday afternoon, 4th of July. There's nothing over northwest Indiana. That's why you're not seeing it in the forecast. But boy, this is dangerously close. And watch how this moves in Monday night, whatever this is, as that boundary comes north. So I would paint a PM rain chance on 4th of July itself. We'll keep an eye on it. Could go away. But as of right now, that's what I would be forecasting. And then watch next week. That boundary comes through. This would be a real good chance of rain sometime Tuesday, maybe into Wednesday, with some kind of thunderstorm cluster that comes through, perhaps producing some heavier rain. But that is really good to see, at least on the modeling. Again, that's sometime Tuesday, maybe into Wednesday. The front kind of dives down to our south, and you can see how the Euro is just kind of messy. It's picking up on thunderstorm clusters. But the big takeaway that I want us to grab from this forecast is that next week we have a lot more rain chances than we've had the last 3 or 4 weeks. And that's some great news. This is going to be the good summertime downpours that we get around here. And again, the drought situation that we have, we can get out of pretty easy with some real heavy rain out of a thunderstorm cluster or two. It's not like this is irreversible. Problem is, we don't want to go beyond this, right? We want to get that rain next week. And if we do, I think we'll be okay as long as we really squeeze out some good rain from this, okay? Last thing I want to show you is kind of a high-res look at what these thunderstorms might look like in the near term. This is that Friday chance. Here comes our frontal boundary as it comes in Thursday. Notice nothing here Thursday. Then Friday, we start dry. You notice that front's kind of sinking down to the south. And there you go. The HER model brings some pretty good storms in here. I think the Weather Service is going about a 40% chance of rain. I saw the AccuWeather app's going about 30% chance of rain. I would tend to go a little bit higher on Friday. It called me the optimist, but I really think we squeeze out some rain Friday afternoon, Friday night. At some point, again, the Euro fades all this as it moves in, but I'm pretty optimistic about the chance of some rain around here on Friday. So I hope that happens. So that's the HER, brings in pretty good cluster. And then here's the NAM nest. You can see as this brings it in, it does have some shower activity in here, nothing heavy, but that kind of goes along with the trend of the Euro, how it kind of fades as it moves in and then redevelops down to the south. So our only chance of rain this weekend is going to be that Friday time frame. And I know that's not really the weekend, but again, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, as you're getting into your weekend plans. And then we'll have to keep our eye on 4th of July itself, which is on Monday. We may have some storms around leading to a stormy week next week. So I'm kind of excited about that. We'll see how that goes. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. Let's answer your questions. If you have picnic plans, whatever it happens to be, let's figure this out for you so you can certainly have a better understanding of what the weather's going to do for your forecast this week. Howdy, Andrew. Thanks for joining us. Jan says, depends on what time the rain starts. Yeah, that does matter. So Friday, it would be afternoon and evening for sure. And then Saturday, Sunday look dry. And then Monday, we'll see. A little too early to call on Monday, but we'll certainly have that. Hi, Dot. Thanks for joining us on here. I appreciate that. Dave, you too. Enjoy your weekend. Absolutely, buddy. Enjoy the sweet summertime that we have. Oh, Eileen, you're welcome. Yeah, thanks. I hope everything's well with you and your family too, for sure. Yeah, so Mark's talking about fireworks Hobart on Monday night. Mark will have to keep our eye on that radar. Again, I think there's going to be some kind of thunderstorm cluster. It could be as far away as Iowa. We could see this thing in Iowa and then it's no problem. But I could also see it developing in Iowa earlier in the day and kind of rolling across Illinois and impacting us Monday. So we'll have to keep an eye on wherever that ends up going. Jan saying Monday in the town of Porter for fireworks. So again, same thing, Jan. We'll have to keep an eye on the radar on Monday. But again, no one's calling for rain right now. I haven't seen any rain forecasts on Monday at all. So I just want to plant that seed that you may see those forecasts change because of whatever's going on out towards the west on Monday. Okay. Oh, I appreciate that. Don, thank you very much. You're so sweet. You guys are awesome yourself. Thank you. Dot, Brandon, Don, Andrew, thank you guys so much for sending stars. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. Thank you. I hope you're getting a service out of this for sure. Yeah, Jan says Friday doesn't bother me. Good, Jan. Yeah, Friday's kind of getting into things, right? We're not quite there yet. Andrew, I do have a good idea of when water temperatures in Lake Michigan peak. Any good site to track that? So, Andrew, there's buoys all over Lake Michigan, and those buoys are easily. Wow, I almost said easiest. That's not even a word. Let's just go most easily tracked on the National Weather Service website. That's what we do on the TV side of things with water temperature stuff like that. So if you go to the National Weather Service website, you click on the lake. They've got a point forecast where you can click on the little lake. They have little lake areas. And you can click on those and it'll give you the water temperature at the bottom of a little discussion on there. The other thing that I could do for you, and actually I believe it's up right now on regionweather.com. I've got a Lake Michigan tab on there. If you click on that, that should take you to the Lake Michigan temperatures off Michigan City. So in terms of warmest, and if that doesn't, I will fix it so it does. We'll get that so that can take you there. You just click on it. I'll even label it for you. But anyway, Andrew, temperatures are warmest usually in August around here in terms of the lake temperatures, area rivers and streams, stuff like that too. If you go for a dip, so it's usually August that they peak. September's pretty warm as well. Remember, everything kind of trails. I know the first day of summer is June. But those temperatures continue to go up through July before they come back down, at least on a climatological scale. So we're typically talking August and September are your warmest water temperatures. So they should peak around then for sure. Let's see. Amy, hi from Griffith. Hello. James and Nancy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Chris, I wouldn't say washout for red wine and brew. Totally familiar with that as well. I don't think it's going to be a washout. I think it's going to be scattered, if anything. None of our rain chances, especially this time of year, are ever like 100% guaranteed because thunderstorms don't produce rain evenly. Your neighbor gets it, you don't, and that's kind of how these are going to go. I do think we'll have some rain around. We'll see. But again, some of the models drying that up for that event. So, who knows? Chris, you're welcome for sure. All right. Mark, thanks for filling in the blanks. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I'll be back with you on Sunday night. We'll get back and chat. I know it's July 3rd. We'll probably have fireworks in the background, but we'll give you a forecast for that. We'll put out a forecast for this weekend as well on regionweather.com and our Facebook page, just to keep you updated on those rainfall chances. We'll be tracking it along with you. In terms of severe weather, there's always a chance you can get some strong storms this time of year given the instability. So can't rule that out either Monday night with that chance of rain that's not showing up on anywhere else, or the Friday activity. I'm not really crazy about any severe weather, but if there is something that breaks, we'll certainly pass that along to you. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you very, very much. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you again on Sunday. Okay.